Good morning. We're going to talk about something a little bit different today. A little bit semi off topic, not quite in line with what we've talked about up until this point. I want to talk a little bit today about frustrations and maybe like some relationships that didn't end up quite the way you wanted them to or go the way that you wanted them to go. Um, the biggest reason for failed relationships, it's not communication, it's not finances. And when I talk about relationships, I'm talking about all relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's intimate relationships with your parents, with siblings, any relationship whatsoever, boss to employee, anything, or vice versa, employee to boss. The biggest relationship terminator or relationship frustration is unmet expectations. And I really want you to think for a second about unmet expectations. The reasons relationships sometimes fail, it may have to do with communication, it may have to do with finances, but all of those stem from unmet expectations. And what I mean by that is if you're in a relationship, with an intimate relationship with your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and finances is a pain point in your relationship, and you guys never talked about what the expectations were in the beginning, those things are going to fail. If one side thinks that 10% should always be putting to savings and the other person doesn't think that anything that goes in savings, and you want to put that money somewhere else, there's a pain point there. Those expectations have never been laid out. As far as communication goes, the expectation of communication, some people are better to kind of leave alone for a little bit, and revisit the argument after there's a calm down period. Some people need to talk about it and get it out of the way right away. Those expectations need to be voiced, and they need to be met by both sides. If I want to talk about it right away and my significant other wants to just be left alone, sometimes I kind of have to just let it go until knowing that that's what her expectation is. I got to let it go until we can come to that point where she feels like she can talk about it. So again, I want to just bring that to everybody's attention today. For some reason, I was led to talk about that this morning. If things aren't going right, just kind of stop where you're at, lay out some expectations, listen to the other person's expectations. Just because you have expectations doesn't mean that yours have to be the ones you follow all the time. What you need to do is talk about those expectations, come to an agreement of what they're going to be, and follow them. It makes things much easier. Your life will be a lot less frustrating, and your relationships will be much better. Hope you have a fantastic day.